Hi, welcome to this video on Python functions. So we have already seen how the print function works. All you need to do is write print and use the parentheses, and inside the parentheses in double quotes you write whatever you want to print. So this is what we are doing all along. What if you want to define your own function that takes in some arguments and do some operations, and sometimes it return the output or it prints out that output? Let's see how we can use the functions and define our own function. So let's dive in. To define your own function, what you need to do is write this keyword def, that stands for definition, and I am going to write a function that sums two numbers. So all I need to do is give the name of the function, that is sum, and put a parentheses on it. Since our function is going to accept two arguments, so let's say integer 1 and integer 2 are my two arguments. I am going to write a colon and press enter. Note that we have an indentation here. If you do not indent your function or the next set of instruction inside your function, it will throw you an error. Let's try to print what is inside the int 1 and int 2. Note that when I run this project, nothing will be printed here except the hello we have just typed in here. Why is that so? Because this function has been defined but it has not been called. So now let's try to call this function with two arguments of 2 and 3. Now what do you expect? The output. If you have guessed it correct, the output will be 2, 3. Let's check this. Let's check it out. As you have imagined, the output will be 2 and 3 just because we are printing these two integers and we are passing these two arguments inside this function. Let's instead print the sum of these two integers. All I need to do is remove the comma and press enter a sum operator or add operator. Let's try to print it again. This time we see it 5, which is the sum of these two numbers. Instead of printing, you can also return the result of these two numbers like this. And you can store the result in a new variable called a and print the value of a. Let's try to run it again. So as you see that once we assign sum to a variable a and print a, we get the same output of 5. But in this case our function is returning the sum of these two numbers instead of printing them from the function inside. That's how you define the functions in Python. I hope you enjoy this video and I'll see you next time.